Shall we begin?
Hi everyone, my name is Aaron and I'm your Vice President Activities. So I deal with anything to do with societies, volunteering and student media. So before I became VP Activities, I was involved in one of the biggest societies for a very long time. I progressed to be part of the committee and then became the president last year. While in my positions, I saw the society from many different angles and I saw what knowledge it gave me. And now as a VP Activities, I now want to give that knowledge back. I want to make sure that all societies, all student groups can be as good as my society was and will be in the future. But also just making sure that everyone's student experience is good as well. So over the course of the year, I'll be doing a series of videos called Aaron's Top Tips. You may have seen the caricature of me, the logo, so I hope you like that. But yeah, I'll just be unloading my knowledge onto you. So this video and the first one of the series is around sponsorship. I'm talking about things like how to actually get a sponsor, the negotiation time that you deal with them, what you want and what they want, and also just how to keep them and how to get the most out of them. So firstly, how do you actually get a sponsor? The first thing you need to do is look for local companies and local businesses. Don't approach Tesco because they're not going to reply to you and they don't even need you. But local companies who are in Canterbury, they rely on us as their business for their income. So they want to get more students involved, they want to get more students' income, so they want you to help publicise them, so go for them. At the same time though, make sure that you approach everyone and anyone. So call people, email people, go in to see them. Just make sure you hound them as much as you can, but don't be too aggressive. But just go out there and just think outside the box as well, because the companies that you might not think about straight away, probably no one else support of either, so they will more likely give you more opportunities. But yeah, the more companies you approach, the more likely you'll get a reply back, so go and see them. Another tip around that is not every sponsor will want to give you money. Some want to give you services, some want to give you freebies or like free entry and stuff like that. Those are still good sponsors, okay? While it might not be monetary, in the short term, they'll give you services which will still benefit your membership. If things go well, in the future, they will still give you money potentially. So it's good to start from somewhere and then it may progressively become something else. Lastly, in this sort of area about how to get sponsorship, sometimes before they actually agree to something, they want to know you more. They want to get to know why you need the money. So be open to that. Kind of tell them who you are, what you're about, what problems you're facing, and what the sponsorship will mean to you and how it will benefit you. Because they want to get the connection with you, so that they feel like they are actually making an impact. So yeah, that's the first section about how to get a sponsorship. Okay, second section in this video is the negotiation time. So the first thing to do, you have to decide how much you want to apply for. I would say, as a rule of thumb, take your membership number from the year before and times it by 10. So if you had 50 members, for example, times it by 10 to get 500. I would say you should apply for £500. Now, they probably will not give you that amount, but that should be the minimum that you ask for. Equally, because you want to get the most from them, they want to get the most from you, so there will be a negotiation sort of haggling session, but try not to go less than half of this number. So don't go for anything less than 250, I would say. But equally, that sort of structure tells you that the more you ask for, the less likely you are to get a lower amount. So if you ask for £300, you might get 150. If you ask for £500, you might get 250. So the more you ask for, the more you're likely to get. However, the amount that you ask for must be justified. If you were just like a society that just meets every 2 weeks and you ask for £1,000, they're likely to just shoot you down because you don't actually need that money. You need to show them why you need it and how it will benefit you. So don't just pluck a random number out the sky. Okay, so something that you need to think about as well is what you offer them. So easy things that don't cost any money would be advertising them on Facebook, sharing their posts, putting them on your emails, getting them to come down to university, things like that, very easy to do. You could do other stuff as well, like do socials, somehow, go to their events and stuff like that. Yeah, talk to them and see what they kind of want from you. Once you've determined what you can offer them and what they'll offer you, you then need to think about your contract. Kent Union offer a really good sponsorship contract template on the website. I heavily advise you to use it, but don't just use it, plug your name in and send it off. You need to read it and make sure that you can abide by what's in it, but equally, take out the things that you don't want to do and put in the things that you do. And I'll ask them what they want to give you and what they want to do in return. Make sure it's exactly what you intend to do because you have to stick by it. It is a legally binding contract, and if you don't do what it says on it, you don't have to pay the money, so make sure you can abide by it. Finally, once you've done that, and they've agreed to it and they've signed it, submit your contract to Kent Union, to your coordinator, and they'll pass it to business development, will then read through it and send it off for payment. The last section of this is about keeping your sponsors sweet and making sure that you keep them for future years and just keep them as long as you can and get the most out of them. So like I said, keep them sweet, make sure you do everything in the contract, but don't just do the bare minimum, try and go above and beyond, because they'll see that you've done good in that, they'll keep you on, they may give you more money and more freebies in the future. As well as that, your sponsorship is a relationship, so make sure you nurture it like you nurture any relationship. Keep in contact, let them know what you're doing, send them event updates, send them pictures, just let them feel what you're doing, let them see where the money's going, let them just feel a part of your society and your club. Also, if you get sponsored by someone but they don't see the engagement they wanted, for example, if they didn't get enough sign-ups or no one used their service, don't just leave it there. Try and think of ways to increase engagement and to get students to use it, because they will see that you make an effort and therefore continue to use you and continue to sponsor you. And finally, yeah, just negotiate and keep in contact and just keep your sponsorship up, okay? Good luck.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.